Hey everyone, and welcome to the Jim Thomas Gym Business Explainer, powered by maxmembers.ai. Now this is for all of you out there on the front lines, the gym owners, the operators, the managers, salespeople, all you gym entrepreneurs and personal trainers. Glad to have you with us.
All right, before we really dive in, just a quick heads up. For you folks out there looking to open a new gym, maybe acquire one, or you just need some working capital to grow, we can help. We can provide funding options up to $500,000. It's unsecured and there are no restrictions on how you use it. So feel free to check us out at fmconsulting.net. Okay, with that said, today we are taking you through a really important white paper by Jim Thomas. Our goal here is simple, to give you actionable insights you can use right away. So here's the game plan for today. First, we're going to look back at the next great shift in our industry. Then, we'll pivot to right now and talk about AI, the new intelligence. After that, we'll get into the specifics with the 7 AI advantages. This is the real meat and potatoes. Then, we'll look to the future and talk about a widening gap ahead, which is super important. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with your call to action.
Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1, the next great shift. You know, to really get a handle on where we're going, sometimes you've got to look back, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to look at the last time this industry went through a massive, fundamental change.
So let me just ask you this, and think about it for a second. What was the last true game changer for your gym's business model? I mean, the last thing that came along and completely flipped the script on how you operate. Now, for a lot of you who've been around the block, the answer is probably screaming in your head right now. Electronic funds transfer, EFT. And this slide, wow, it really paints the picture, doesn't it? The before and after is just night and day. Before EFT, I mean revenue was all over the place, collections were a nightmare, and your cash flow was basically a wild guess. But after EFT, suddenly dues were automatic, they were recurring, revenue stabilized. And here's the big one, gym valuations actually improved. See, EFT wasn't just about convenience, it made the entire gym business model investable. And that whole story brings us right to Section 2, AI, the new intelligence. Because that same kind of huge structural shift, it's happening all over again, right now. Only this time, it's not about automating your billing, it's about automating your intelligence. Yeah, this slide really nails it. EFT, that was all about automating the money. AI, when it's done right, is about automating the operational intelligence that runs the whole show. Think about that. We're making a leap from just recurring billing to, well, recurring intelligence. And look, it's not just about slapping an AI-powered sticker on some random piece of software. No way. The real breakthrough, and this is what Jim Thomas points out so clearly, is when that AI is built by leaders who actually get it. People who understand the day-to-day grind, the churn cycles, the sales team's reluctance, the gaps in what's happening at the front desk. That's where the magic is. All right, let's get into the good stuff. Section 3, the 7 AI advantages. We're going to break down the actual, tangible benefits that this kind of smart, strategic AI brings to your business. First up, and this one is huge, fixing the follow-up problem. I mean, let's just be real for a second. Jim Thomas says this all the time. Most gyms don't have a traffic problem, they have a follow-up problem. You know the drill. Leads pour in, but the responses are slow. Inquiries get dropped, and your staff is just totally burned out trying to keep up. That's not just a small issue. That's revenue literally leaking out of your business. And this is exactly why speed is your new secret weapon. Seriously, just picture this. A lead comes in at, say, 10:42 at night. An AI system can jump on it, answer their questions, and get them booked for an appointment, all within seconds. Your competition? They're asleep. You're converting leads. That isn't just a little tweak, folks. That is a massive operational advantage. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. Think back to EFT. That stabilized your revenue, right? Well, AI takes it a step further. It actively protects your revenue. We're talking about something called retention intelligence. The system is smart enough to track those little warning signs. You know, a member's visits start dropping off, they miss a few sessions, and it flags them for you so you can step in before they even get the idea to cancel. And this quote from Jim just hits the nail on the head. Most gyms, what do? They wait for that dreaded cancellation email to show up. But great gyms, they intervene early. It's a total shift from being reactive to being proactive. And that one shift alone can have an absolutely enormous impact on your member lifetime value. So you might be thinking, okay, but isn't AI just kind of cold and robotic? Well, not at all.
Actually, one of its biggest advantages is using it to celebrate your members' wins, but at scale. Imagine a system automatically sending a text to congratulate someone on hitting a new personal record, or for reaching a visit milestone. It's not about replacing human connection, it's about using technology to amplify it. Because, let's face it, at the end of the day, this is the simple truth. Retention is emotional, not transactional. People stay where they feel seen, where they feel valued. And you can tell this system was built with that deep understanding of psychology. It's all about building that culture and that connection. And number 7, this is a big one for all you owners and managers. It's about shifting from managing on feelings to leading with data. How many times have you heard or said, traffic feels a little slow, or I think sales are down? An AI platform like this gets rid of the guesswork. It gives you hard data, real dashboards, conversion insights, risk scores, everything you need to stop being a reactive manager and start being a truly strategic leader. Okay, so this brings us to section 4, a widening gap ahead. Look, this isn't just about making your gym run a little better today. This is about positioning your business to win in the future. And according to this white paper, a major gap is about to open up in our industry. And this slide, it just lays it out so clearly. Over the next 24 to 36 months, the industry is basically going to split in two. You're going to have the AI adopters on one side. They'll be converting faster, retaining members longer, and scaling their businesses predictably. And then you'll have the resistors, and they're going to feel like they're working twice as hard just to stand still. That gap between the two, it's going to get wider, and it's going to happen fast.
So, what do you do about all this? Well, that brings us to our final section. Section 5, your call to action.
You know, Jim Thomas just frames this perfectly. We're standing at the exact same kind of crossroads the industry faced with EFT all those years ago. The folks who resisted it, they got left behind. The ones who embraced it, they built these amazing, predictable, valuable businesses. So the question for you today is really, really simple. Are you going to be early to this party, or are you going to be trying to catch up later?
If you've decided you want to be early, then it's time to take the next step. You can contact Jim Thomas directly. His number is 214-629-7223. Or you can shoot him an email at jimthomas@fmconsulting.net. And hey, while you're at it, be sure to check out our sponsor, Gym Business Manager, for the absolute best gym software out there. You can find them at gymbusinessmanager.com. Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer.